Hey everybody, it's your girl Rev Bev. I'm on now. Um, Another Wednesday of healing conversation. So I'm just gonna take a minute to sit here and let you all join in and come on in. Watch us on Mount Lebanon Baptist Church's page. Watch us on Thrive Community Service page. You can catch us on YouTube on both the Thrive Community Service page as well as the Mount Lebanon page. And you can also catch us on my own page if you want to join us on that. So we want you to, hop on, get ready for some conversation and share, start a watch party, invite people to come and listen today. I'm praying that you will be blessed from the conversations that we will have. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute and wait for people to join us, to join in. And so come on in. It won't be long today. I don't have my co-host with me today. And then my allergies are bothering me too. So you can hear the crackle in my voice. So I got my tea here. Got me here some hibiscus, some ginger and mullein tea. It's my own personal blend. So, so if you're out there and you're watching, come on and join us. We'd love for you to be here with us. So come on and join. And we can't wait to see you. All right. So, when you log in, when you log in, view, share, let me know who's watching so I can see who's watching. So I know who to give some shout outs to and who to say hello to. Hey, Renee, good to see you watching again from North Carolina. Always good to see you on. Hope all is well with you down there in North Carolina. So, just join on. If you're just joining, share it, like us, invite a friend or a family member to come on and join. Say hello so I don't know who's watching. Hello, welcome. Hey, Jaden, it's good to see you again. Glad you're on again. Hey, good to see you. So come on in, share, start a watch party, invite some family, invite some friends to come on in to our conversation today. We'd love to have you. We'd love for you to be a part of our healing conversations today. As I said earlier, my co-host Marlon Brown is unable to be with me today, but it's okay. We're going to go on, and we're just going to talk for a little while, just about a few things that we may be experiencing and things like that. We've been talking about finding your happy place. Hello, Minister Charlene. I'm glad you're watching. I should have called you. What you doing right now? If you got time, you want to come on in the studio with me? Just reply in the chat, and I'll bring you on in. So I'm glad you guys are watching. Let's get some likes and get some hearts here, and invite and share all those that are here. So we're glad you're here, and we're going to be having some conversations today. Yes, conversations today. So today, we may just touch on a few things. Hey, Kim, glad you're watching. How you doing? Just, talking about some things. It's not going to be a long conversation. Like I said, my allergies are bothering me, so I got to sip on my tea a little bit. But Um, I I was talking to a number of people today about the healing conversations. My sister was talking to her. She just like, why don't you talk about balance? Saying about finding balance, And then I was having another great conversation with one of my sister friends, Tiffany, and just talking with her. And we were just talking about, about patience and preparation and just about the time that we're going through right now, and that even though I know I've said it before on this platform. Hey, Latrice, how are you? Glad you watched. I can always count on my BFF to be in the place. Hi, Latrice. Glad to see you. So I'm navigating two different things right now. I'm navigating my own page as well as the StreamYard. So we're glad that you're here. We're glad that you are joining in the conversation with us today. So my sister suggested talking about balance. And then in my conversation with my sister friend Tiffany, we just started talking about like patience and about um, we continue the conversation about the happy place and what that is, and like, where do you find that happiness, wholeness feeling, saying, especially when, when your world is just like totally turned upside down and those types of things. And so, we were just talking about that, and, a few things spoke to me. Hey, Teresa. Hey, sister girl. Thank you. I did my own makeup. Always do. So I had to get Zoom ready. Because I did not look like this all day today. No, not even on my other Zoom meetings. I did not look like this today. I say this for y'all, So, hey, Teresa, I'm so glad you're watching. So we were talking about, like happiness. And so the last couple of sessions we've been talking about, finding a happy place. And so, I think it could be it's a good field to stay here for a little while, because we're all dealing with a whole lot of stuff from day to day, saying with the pandemic and with virtual learning and just working from home, and those type of things. And it can be hard to find that happy place. So it's just like, where do you find that happy place? And, how do you get to it when your world has turned upside down? When you lost a loved one to the coronavirus, or to some other illness or something like that, or when devastation hits your household or hits your community, or hits our nation, say, how do we find our happy place, when we all we see on the TV is the numbers rising every day with the coronavirus across the world, and the numbers of deaths that are rising every day, and then saying the violence that's happening in our streets, and those types of things that we see all this stuff going on around us. We see so much negativity, and so then where's the positive stuff? Saying, where are the things that's going to that's giving us hope, that's giving us strength, and that's giving us just like life and hope, and so where are people finding those happy places when you can't get to the beach and you can't get to the path in the woods where you like to walk at sometimes, or down by the bridge, or those types of places? Where do you go if you're just like stuck in your house and you can't get to those places? How do you find that happy place, saying, when your husband or your wife is dealing with cancer and you're the caretaker, or when you're dealing with an elderly parent and you're trying to take care of them, and you're not leaving the house because they need you to be there with them all the time. Where do you find your happiness in those happy places, when your kids are struggling with virtual learning, when you don't know the new math and you don't know how to do it? Okay. Where do you find your happy place? When you have kids who have special needs and they can't get that one-on-one attention from their teachers, saying, and they're learning virtually, so where and how do you find those happy places? And then how often do you go there? Sometimes that the biggest thing that when we're looking at that happy place, it's just like, finding that strength in God. Finding your happy place in him, finding that secret place where you can go, and that place where, not necessarily just to pray. Yeah. I want you to go there, and I want you to pray, and I want you to go there, and I want you to meditate, and I want you to go there, and I want you to find that happy place mentally in your mind, so that when you can't escape the chaos around you, when you can't escape the distractions around you, then how do you find that place on the inside of you that helps you feel at peace with yourself, that helps you connect with God, so that one, you can hear him when he's talking to you, so he can tell you some things that he may need to tell you. Sometimes those happy still places are where he can speak to us. He speaks to us. And sometimes those places where we're not so happy, he speaks to us. But we have to be able to have a listening ear and have that relationship with him. So I want you to put in the chat. I want you to share this conversation. I want you to talk to me, even though you can't talk to me, but you can write, right? So I want you to put something in the comments. I want you to share what your happy place is. Has it been hard for you to get to that happy place? And what is it that you do? Is it being around your family and doing some things with them, and having movie nights, or sitting around the fire pit, or having game nights, or eating crabs, or doing, whatever it is that you're doing to create that happiness inside of you, so that you just feel good when you're around those people. I want you to put it in the chat, and I want you to share it, with me. So let's have a conversation about that. Let's have a conversation about what it means for you to be happy and to feel whole, because, we're going through a lot, and we're thinking that, okay, I wanted to start this business. I wanted to do these things. And then Corona happened. So you feel like you're stuck now. You feel like, okay, I'm on pause. You think you're on pause. You think you're stuck, but you're not really. You're not really stuck, because like I said before, that, God already knew this was going to happen. So he knew that when he was going to give you, he knew that he was going to manifest your vision during a pandemic. Put it that way. Okay. He knew that he was going to do that way. We may not have known that, but he knew that. So that means that whatever that thing is that he already put in your spirit, in your heart to do, whatever that passion is that he gave you to do or to serve, that you can still do that even in the midst of all this chaos, even in the midst of all this pandemic. So I'm going to try to stop moving around so much, because my friend Pokey told me to stop moving around so much, but I get excited when I'm talking and when I'm sharing, and, my passion just flows out of me, So it's just the God in me that's just flowing, through me. And so when he's in me and he's flowing through me, I just move, so I'm going to try not to move as much, I'm going to try to stay still and talk, but I want you guys to like me. I want you guys, I thank you for watching. Hey, Danita. Hey, Brian. It's so good to see people watching. And we want you to share. We want you to like. We want you to invite someone, into this healing conversations, because we can get healing just from conversating with each other. Healing can't happen a lot of times when you keep it all in, when you don't share what you're going through with other people and those type of things. So create those brotherhoods, and create those connections, and create those sisterhoods, so you have people that you can go to, that can pray with you, and that can talk to you and be that listening ear that you need. Those are some things that can help you get to that happy place. Sometimes the happy place could just being around certain people that just make your spirit happy, that makes your soul happy. I love being around Latrice and Teresa and Tasha and Delvon, and all of my family and my friends and my loved one, and just where we can just laugh, sometimes, and then sometimes we can just have some really deep, in-depth conversations, that harnesses that healing that we're looking for and that we're in need of, maybe in that moment, so we glean on each other, and we get wisdom, and we get knowledge from each other. So, I want you guys to put in the chat, and, let me know, that you're out there. Say hi, say hello, give us some likes, give me some hearts, let me know that you're watching. And let's have a little bit of conversation just about, finding that, your happy place and that healing. We have to learn that even in this pandemic, it's a lot of us that were suffering. It's a lot of us were going through so many different things, but something that the Lord, revealed to me just like 30 minutes before I got online about being patient. And there is patience in the preparation period. So like you may be sitting there wondering like, why is this taking me so long to get to this point in my life? Why is it taking me so long to get my business started? And now we got the pandemic and it seems like it's on hold. Hey, Emerson, how are you doing? You thinking that, so you don't know what to do. You're kind of stuck and things like that. And, things are going on around you and people are growing and you feel like, oh, well, I'm not going anywhere, saying, but just because you're in a waiting period does not mean that nothing is happening. Saying your waiting period is you have to be patient in your waiting period, because patience in that patient is that preparation period that God is still preparing you for whatever it is that he has for you. Saying he's preparing you a little bit more about for what is to come. Saying because you may not be ready just yet, but you might be almost there. So if you're almost there, you got to be patient with almost being there. So you got to be patient, and in your patience and in your waiting, you got to allow the Lord to prepare you. You got to ask him to continue to prepare you. Because when the thing starts to manifest itself and things start to grow and things starts to happen, you ain't gonna know what to do with yourself. Period. Because things are just going to start happening. They're just going to start moving. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Francis. Hey, Teresa. Teresa said, I'm going to share what she just said here. What she just said. She said, her peace is in her. Her peace is in her. Yes. Having that peace within you and being able to tap into that peace and know that that you have that within you. Saying, I said last week, I think it was last week I said it, saying, but I say it all often, if you're on here and you said her sisters are her peace. Okay. She said she meant to say my sisters are, yeah. So when you get together with your sisters and you're just kicking it. Yes. Thank you. Yes. We, I do. And that's true, Teresa. I'm saying when when you're just together with your friends sometimes and you're just chilling and you're hanging out, that can be that happy place, especially during this time and what we're going through. So I was saying that I'm always reminding people, because God is always reminding me that we have a power within us, because when he said that I would do exceedingly abundantly above all that you could even ever ask or ever think, according to the power that worketh within you. So we have so much untapped power that is within us. Me and Marlon always say, we're still working on the t-shirt design about your energy is your own medicine. Saying what you give out, that energy, if so you gotta, in order to have to harness this great energy, you gotta put the positive stuff in you so that energy can just grow and just like manifest itself, but there's already a power in you. There's already a light in you, so you got to tap into the light and tap into that power, and then allow what God has already given you to grow. So when you find yourself trying to find that happy place and you can't get to that actual place that you normally go, and you have to find it in your home when chaos is around you and you got to tune out everything, remember that power that God already gave you. Remember that light that he already has put inside you. And then you let that just grow. You let it grow, you let it affect you, you let it impact you, you let it impact the people around you. My prayer always is that God, allow your light to shine through me so that people around me will be touched by your grace, your mercy, and your love. And not only that, saying, let your light shine through me so that I can shift and change the atmosphere where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And if I can do that, then I can make everywhere I go my happy place. You know what I'm saying? Inside of me, and where I go and who I'm around and those types of things. So, I want you guys to share with us, what your happy place is. How do you find that wholeness in yourself when your world is turned upside down? You know what I'm saying? And is waiting hard for you? Has it been hard for you? Is it hard for you now? You know what I'm saying? And then what are you doing in that waiting period? I know I'm giving you a whole lot of stuff, but what are you doing in that waiting period? Saying, like, when you're waiting and when he is in that, when you're in that period of preparation, for you, saying, what do you do there, and how, and what is that like for you, so we want you to like and share us, like I said, invite some people into the conversation, and just share, and type some things. Let me know who's out there watching. Say hello. Give me some likes. Give me some hearts, and just join in a conversation with us. Join in a conversation with us. So I'm glad that you guys are watching. I'm glad that that you guys are here. So let me know who's here, because I can't really tell, because I'm casting from multiple streaming platforms, so I can't tell exactly who's watching unless it pops up, saying, so I might have people from other places watching. So if you're somewhere out there, you're watching, and if I don't even know you, say hello. If I know you, say hello, and know that we're glad that you're here. We know what you're glad you're here. How are you doing, Teresa? How have you been? I miss you guys. We got to get together soon so we can have some real conversations. So let me know if you're watching, put in some comments, say hello, and let's have a conversation. Let's continue the conversation, actually. Let's continue the conversation. We're all suffering. We're all going and dealing with a lot of different things. And we have to remember, hey, Cornelius, good to see you. We're all dealing with a lot of things. And it's, and even for us, it's even for me as a Christian, what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, you got to find, finding that happy place, and sometimes, because sometimes things can get overwhelming, what I'm saying? Sometimes things can happen that we just don't understand, or sometimes just like I said, things can just get overwhelming and you can just be tired, what I'm saying? And then, so then, what do you do? Where do you go? What I'm saying? And, how do you do that? Like for me, I do, I'll meditate. I love to go on my front porch. So I'll get my pillow out there and I'll tie BJ up outside and we'll sit on the front porch sometimes, drink some tea or some coffee and just relax. I like to be out there in the morning, before everybody else starts to come out and the kids are on their lunch break and, all that kind of stuff. So I like to do that then, or sometimes go out in the backyard, what I'm saying, or just listen to some music. I said last week, when I walk, me and BJ go for a walk, I don't really listen to music or anything like that when I go for a walk. I just walk, saying no music. Sometimes I may talk to someone, sometimes not. Sometimes I just enjoy the peacefulness of the walk, saying, and just being able just to listen to what's going on around me. And sometimes I'll listen to music. I've really been loving this Insight app, with the different musics and different meditations and things like that. So, find some things that's going to help you find your happy place, even if you need to go there, 10 or 15 minutes, in 10 or 15 minute increments of the day. What I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be somewhere where you go and you spend an hour or 30 minutes. It could be 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the afternoon and then 15 minutes in the evening. And then you spread it out because, when you're at home and your church is your house, your job is your house, your gym is your house, the school is your house, and the restaurant is your house, all those types of things. So then, saying, how do you find that peace in there? Saying when everything now is where you live. Frances Johnson said that her happy place is when my husband and I share quality time amongst ourselves, friends, and family. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Frances, for sharing that. Anybody else want to share what your happy place is? Teresa already said that hanging with her sisters and gives her a sense of peace. So anybody else want to share about your happy place, and how often do you go there, and where do you find peace in your home? Where do you find peace in your heart? There's always peace in knowing that that we serve a God who's never going to leave you or forsake you. Saying there is always peace in your heart, knowing that your biggest power that you have in you is God. And he gives you that energy. He gives you that light. He gives you that passion. He gives you all that you need to be able to deal with whatever that we're dealing with right now, because he said he would never put more on us than we can bear. So, when do you tap into that peace and remember that even though you're going through what you're going through, even though you may not be working right now, or even though it's a struggle starting that business right now, or even though your bills are due and the utility bills are high and cable bill is high and all those types of things, that you still have that peace in you that surpasses all human understanding. You still have that light in you that God gives you, that power in you that he gives you. Saying you still have that faith the size of a mustard seed that will move the mountains that are coming at you and that are coming your way. So we're here. We're here for you. Join us in this conversation. Share, what your happy place is. A lot of people have shared through the weeks, the last couple of weeks, that they like going to the water. They like going to the beach. Some people like gardening, and some people like being with their families and being with their grandchildren and being able to spend time with people around them. Walking their dogs and those type of things. So there's so many things that we can find peace in, and that we can find the happiness in. It's all about how you choose to look at the situation that you're in, and how you're choosing to sometimes to deal with what's going on around you. We let in things, we can't continue to let the negative impact us so much that it starts to darken the light that's within us. Because even though there are negative things going on around us, even there are things happening to us that we don't like and that we don't want, there's still greatness in you. There's still greatness around you. There's still things that there's still good positive stuff that you can put in you, because you are worthy, and you are a person of self-worth, you are capable, you mean something to the people around you, and you mean something to God. So we want you to remember those things. So we want you to to start your day with that prayer and that meditation and reading and doing your devotions and doing those things that can speak to your spirit and your heart to get you lifted for that day. So I've been, really, really focusing on, creating this, environment of, positivity and things like that. Like I got this like really nice energizing candle here. You can't even see it, but it's called Energize. So I like that every day while I'm sitting here working, just to create positive energy in the room and, things like that. I'm burning some focus oil to help me stay focused with all this computer stuff and all these Zoom meetings and classes and, things like that. I have all these, I've been buying all these candles, these blessed candles Everywhere I go, I see a calendar that says blessed. This is blessed. This is blessed. So on my desk in my room that I'm creating this little space there, saying I have these candles that on there that says blessed. I have a wood piece that says grateful and then a wood piece that says blessed and those type of things. Just creating that energy and putting that energy around me is one of the things that we have to do, and that's going to help boost your energy and help boost your motivation. If you're having trouble doing those things, when you see those things in the store, if you can, buy it, put it on your wall. If you can't, get on your computer, type some signs up to remind you that you're worthy, to remind you that you're valuable, to remind you that you're worthy. Google some affirmations that are helpful for you to just put on your screen, or take pictures of them with your phone and print them out on your computer and put them up in your room and around your house, so that wherever you walk, you see something positive that reminds you that you're worthy, that reminds you that you're capable, that reminds you that you are a person of self-worth, and that you're important, and that you're special, and that you're loved. So reminding those things, that you are strong, saying, and that you have this greatness inside of you. So I want you to do those things. That's my challenge to you. Saying, get you some sticky notes, some little post-it notes. They got some little cute ones in the dollar store. Get those, put some little notes on them, and put those notes up on your mirror, on your refrigerator, anywhere that will be helpful for you to see that no matter where you walk in your house, saying, now that is your world, your entire world, that you're seeing something positive. You're seeing affirmations, you're seeing scriptures. If you got to put on your mirror in front of your computer to remind you to trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge him, he will direct your path. Put that up, saying, if you need to put in there that greater is he that's within me than he is in the world, then you put that, saying, if you need to put up in your house that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, then you put those things up. Put those things up around you, so that you can create this great energy in your home, this great energy around you, so that even as you walk through, and as you go to sleep at night, and as you wake up in the morning, and you start to feel grateful for what you have and that you're here, saying, start feeling more grateful about those things. And once you start feeling more grateful, and you start putting these positive things around you, then you start finding that, that you're in a happy place, what I'm saying? And that happiness that is in you is starting to manifest itself outwardly, what I'm saying? So, put those things up in your house, put them around you, saying, you don't need money to go and buy things. You can just print them off, do it, put some scriptures up, and, allow your house to be that positive place where you just see things, what I'm saying? And you see things that will empower you. You see things that will encourage you every day. Put your favorite scriptures up. Put your favorite lyrics up to a song or something like that. This always gives you that extra energy that you need. Whatever it is that gives you that energy, that gives you that positivity, saying, keep it around you, put it around you, saying, let it encourage you, let it fill you, so that you won't find it difficult to be in that happy place, even when even when there's so many things going on around you, what I'm saying? Even when the people around you aren't being happy, what I'm saying? Shift and change the atmosphere in your own home, in your house. Shift and change the atmosphere in your own house, and invite the presence of God in and around you, and be more positive in your speaking, in your conversations on the phone, and being prayerful when you're checking in on people, and those type of things. All those things create energy, saying, create positive energy. So you got to decide what type of energy you're going to choose to put out there, saying, and you should be choosing to put out positive energy. Put out positive energy, and then you're going to get back positive energy. Frances said candles are soothing for her. She likes listening to jazz and oldies. Me too. Like doing that. Praying, yes. Getting out Um, and in doing those things, thank you, Francis, for that. Thank you, Angela. Yes, yes. Shifting the atmosphere. Shift the atmosphere in your house. Shift the atmosphere in your home. Because everybody's there now. Saying so, doing those things, lighting those candles, lavender, those types of things, those things that can help just to create some positive energy so that you're starting to put in positive stuff. So that once that positive stuff gets in you, saying that light starts to manifest itself in you, then that light is going to just come out. And this is going to affect the people around you. It's going to affect the people who you talk to during the day, because then they're going to hear something different in your voice, saying, and then they're going to wonder what that is, saying, and that could just be simply that you're just happy today, saying that you choose to be happy today, that you're choosing to be grateful today, and that you're just choosing to just put out positive energy in the world, saying, and in your home, and allowing that positivity to just grow day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, and granted, we're not going to always be in those places, and that's okay, because we're human, saying, and what we're going through and what we're dealing with is real. But just because that happens and that is true doesn't mean that we have to stay there. Doesn't mean that we have to stay there. We can be we can choose to I lost my thought, but but just remembering that, not having to stay there, because we know life happens and that life is real, and what we're going through and what we're dealing with is real, and sometimes we handle it the way we want to handle it, sometimes because we don't want to deal with it, and then there are those times when we're ready to deal with it, and we're just going to trust God and allow him to do what he needs to do, saying, because that's all he's doing. He's just waiting for us to do that. I'm saying? That waiting is an action word. Remember, you got to wait. Waiting is preparation, saying, and to be patient in this time that we're in, because he is preparing us for something, saying he's preparing you for something. My dream to have my own business was a dream that I had for 20 years, and I never thought that that it would come true. I never thought, because I would get close to it and then something would be wrong, or something would get me sidetracked, and then I couldn't do it. And then I ended up just moving forward and realizing that, saying that I was at another pivotal point, and the Lord is just like, you're here again, saying you got to choose whether if you're ready for it, jump and do it, or another 20 years is going to pass you by and you won't start this business. So, saying, I've started the business, I've started the LLC, I've started the nonprofit, and now, we're trying to, I'm working at growing and building it, saying, so it's starting here with the Healing Conversations, because that's what I do, saying, I live to empower and to encourage people, saying, to serve. And so I'm glad that you're here with us. We're glad that you're watching. Hey, Makita, I was wondering where you were, girl. So glad that you're watching us. And I just want you guys to be just to be whole and happy is what my dream is for you, saying, to be able to find your happy place, to find that happy place in the Lord, and to find it in yourself, to find it in your family, to be able to find it in your community, find it on your job, and find it, in those places where you feel, in particular, where you feel stuck. Or where you feel that lack, or when you feel weak and not that strong, and then finding that place, you'll see when you get there that God's already there, because he's just been waiting for you to get there. Teresa said that she likes to light some sage and to play some soft music and thank God for the small things, and being appreciative to God. Yeah. Amen. That's good. That is good. Doing those things. Yeah, I love lighting candles. I got candles lit all the time. I take those times to light candle. When I light candles to create an atmosphere of just calmness and peacefulness. You know, so when we talk about that energy, you know what I'm saying? Like we said that your energy is your own medicine. It's so true. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're happy and you're enjoying life and you're doing those things and you're putting those positive things in you, when you're able to just like light your favorite candle and that smell, that scent just takes you to a nice little calmness in your spirit and your heart, and you just start to feel good and you start to feel happy, those types of things. So, if you're out there and you have not shared, what your happy place is. Hey, Faye, I'm glad you're watching. Share with us what your happy place is. How often do you go to find, your happy place when especially when your world is falling apart around you? What I'm saying? Are you do you find yourself going to that happy place and finding that peace within you? Remembering that helping you find your happy place is also helping with that balance that Tamika was talking about earlier about, finding that balance, and it's so important that we find that balance now because we're dealing with so much, we'll say over and over again how your home has become your gym and your movie theater and your church and your job and the school and those type of things, and that can be a lot to deal with. It can be a lot to deal with, and especially to deal with it every day. I keep finding myself on the computer way longer than what I need to be. Because it's just here and you just get so used to it, what I'm saying? And then, when you're working and you're doing those things, you gotta know when to push pause, so that you won't be overwhelmed and you won't get tired and in those type of things. And so then it's like, when and how do you find that balance, within you, so that you can grow, mature, manifest, and all those things during this time that seems difficult, for some of us, that seems difficult for people. Latrice said that she finds her happy place through meditation. Amen, Latrice. Thank you for sharing that. She says she finds her happy place through meditation. Me too. Me too. I'll find me some good music, some nice sounds, or sometimes that meditation, I may listen to a guided meditation sometimes. Sometimes I may just sit and listen to some music and meditate. And then sometimes I have this complete silence in my meditation, what I'm saying? Whatever mood I'm in, what I'm saying? And particularly like if I find myself sometimes in a bad place, what I'm saying, or a place where I'm just feeling upset or something like that, I remember just like Teresa was talking about the good things that I'm grateful for and the small things, or, I'll put on some worship music. And that worship music will just totally change my whole mood, from whatever slump I was in or however I was feeling. That worship music will immediately just put me in that happy place, what I'm saying, where I'm just, maybe in my car or sitting on my porch or in my room or wherever I am, and I just put that music on. That just immediately takes me to a happy place. Is being in a place of worship, takes me to that happy place immediately, so sometimes I do that. Often I do that. And when I need to find that, when I need to get out of my head, because sometimes we're in our head a whole lot. We're in our head a whole lot. And so when I need to get out of my head, I will meditate. I'll put on some worship music, what I'm saying, but I need to just like refocus and stop worrying about whatever it is I'm worrying about, what I'm saying, and letting my thoughts get to me and things like that. I won't put on that worship music or put on some soft music or something like that. I have particular songs that I will listen to, sometimes. One of my favorites is, My Help Coming from the Lord. So I'll put that on, and sometimes I'll just play that over and over again for like 10, 15 minutes until, saying I'm at a place where I'm relaxed, I'm saying that I'm at a happy place until I'm at a peaceful place, I'm saying, and now I can go on and finish doing what I was doing for the day, I'm saying. It's just like those songs or those times when you realize when you need to take a pause. When you need to take a pause. When do you do that? How often do you do that? And do you realize when you need to take a pause? Is the question. And then when you realize that you need to take that pause, do you actually do it? So let's see some likes. Let's see some hearts, or see some comments about that. When you need to take a pause, what do you do? When you hit pause and say, I got to back up, I got to stop for a minute, or I just need to get a peace of mind, so what do you do when you pause, or when you need to pause? And so share and let us know, because in your sharing, you're helping someone else, that may not do that, or may need to know what others do to help pause, or help bring that happiness, or have that peace, just like Latrice saying that she finds happiness, she finds her happy place through meditation. Somebody may be listening, realizing that, what, I think I'm gonna try that. Say maybe I'll try to go out and buy me some candles, and start, putting them around my room, or, in my living room, and things like that. I love going to TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx has some of the best candles. Tell me. I usually get my candles from TJ Maxx. Or even if I'm somewhere, if I'm anywhere and I see a good candle with a nice smell to it, nice calming smell, or something like that, then I'm going to get it, or put it in, my room or my living room somewhere. Candles can be very soothing and calming. So share, like, invite someone, share with us, what you like to do to get to that place, because your sharing may help someone else that may need to hear it right now, because they may be in a place where they need some happiness, or they may be in a place where they just need to be, uplifted. So then you're giving them something that that they may need right now, and to be in that happy place, to meditate, to get some candles, to, get you a nice, create you a nice little playlist, so that you listen to. I got different playlists. I got worship 1, worship 2, that I have particular songs that takes me to a particular place, on the inside, that I like to listen to at a certain time. And I do, I've gotten me some oil, some different oils that I use, that I put right on my wrist, on my temples, sometimes before I go to bed, to help me relax. Crystal says a hot bath and candles and a glass of wine. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Those hot baths, those nice ones. I usually use, I found a nice detox bath recipe that I use sometimes when I really need to just like detox, and just like detox my mind and my body. So it's a cup of baking soda and 1 cup of Epsom salt, and then I put in a few drops of eucalyptic oil and a few drops of lavender, and I mix them all together, and I put them in the tub, and it's a really relaxing bath time, with that. So like my candles and things like that, and I just go in there and be peaceful. Yeah, I don't even put music on in there sometimes when I do that. Well, sometimes when I just need to be still, I'm still without music. I'm still without TV. I'm still without my phone, those type of things. So we have to remember, find those things that help you be still and be in the moment, because sometimes it's hard sometimes it is hard to hear God when we call ourselves to, when we say we're going to be still and we're not really being still, or we're being still and we're still looking at our phone, saying, or you still get your iPad in front of you, you're still doing those things that's still distracting you, because sometimes quietness can be just uncomfortable for some people, And that's okay. And that's okay. It takes it. That's a process. It's a process. But sometimes when I know I just need to be still, then I don't need the music. I don't need my phone. I don't need the TV and things like that. I just need the stillness of the room, saying, or the stillness of the bathtub, and just to be there and just to be still. What I'm saying, and allow God to say whatever that He needs to say to me at that time, and to be open, during that time. So I want you guys to, to look at those things and practice those things. We search the internet for all kinds of stuff. Saying we watch TikTok, right? We watch videos on TikTok. People making videos doing all kinds of things. We watch YouTube. People doing all types of things on YouTube, and we post all kinds of crazy things on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. Saying put some of that energy and that time into finding things that help keep you calm, finding things that help bring positivity into your life and into your household and into your family, so you can start imparting those things in your children. Saying, so spend some time looking for things to help you relax in the evening. Some soothing sounds and those type of things, and places where you can go and be at peace with yourself. I like to read. I love drinking tea, so I'm always researching different types of teas and things like that. Teresa says she likes making bracelets and making some tea, and just let God speaks to her when she's been creative. Yeah. And she puts her phone on silent. Yeah. Yeah. So, doing those things, saying finding teas and finding things that give you good, positive energy, saying we spend a lot of time and a lot of time into other things that are not been pouring into us. I'm saying that aren't pouring any good things into us. So spend some time finding things that's going to pour some good things into you, that's going to help you mature, that's going to help you grow spiritually, that's going to help you grow mentally, that's going to help you grow physically, that's going to help you grow spiritually, and those types of things. So taking the time to invest in yourself, invest in your spirit, invest in your mind, invest in your body and your soul, and you will be happy for it. Amen. Amen. So we are so glad. I'm so glad that you took the time to watch us today. Saying, if you didn't have time to watch us today and you're going to watch the replay, I pray that you will be blessed from this conversation, that that the Lord just used me as a vessel to impart whatever it is that He needed you to hear today. So I'm praying that that those that are watching, that are going to watch, that are watching now, that are going to watch in the replay, saying that you hear something that's just going to, help you with, just dealing with these times, and that you're hearing something that's going to help you, with your day to day, that you're hearing something that's going to help you, practice putting that positive energy, in you, and keeping that positive energy in you, and tapping into that power that God already has into you, and tapping into that light that He already has put in you, what I'm saying? And, seek Him, pray with Him, talk to Him, what I'm saying? So He'll help you find that happy place in you, what I'm saying, where you can go often, and be there often, and spend as much time as you need to spend there. Yes, Crystal, I love chamomile tea. I love chamomile tea. I buy a stress relief tea. I really love that stress relief tea. There are two different kinds, that I buy. I buy one that's like just like a stress relief that helps, calm me down. And then I have another kind that I buy, and they're both by Yogi, that kind of helps you, that relaxes the tension in your body and things like that. So I like those type of teas. I love hibiscus tea. If you didn't know, hibiscus is good for blood pressure and those type of things. So I found that on Amazon, just like the actual tea leaves itself. So, so this is how I love hibiscus tea. So this is my hibiscus tea. So I have this, saying I started buying these jars and then just buying loose tea leaves, saying, instead of buying the tea bags and things like that, and getting my little filter type thing. You can't see it right now. And put my little tea in there. Tea that I get from Miss Brown, and tea that I get from other friends that sell tea leaves. So, I just like, I like my hibiscus. I love ginger tea, and I love, just tea that helps me feel good and help me relax. Sometime I still always have my cup of coffee in the morning. I still do that, but throughout the day, I'm sipping on, my favorite tea to help relax and calm me, saying those teas are good and healthy for your body, and those type of things. So thank you guys so much for listening today. I'm so glad. Hey, Janine, how you doing? What's up, cuz? Hey, Gary. Who makes that tea? Which tea are you talking about, Crystal? This tea here that I got this. This is hibiscus tea, and so I bought this on Amazon. So I just use my little round tea thing here, and I put my dry leaves in there, and I just pour the water over it, just like you would do a tea bag. Hey, Kiana. And then, so you can get those things like that from Amazon or from a health food store, things like that. So yes, it's hibiscus. It's just hibiscus, the flower. So it's the dry hibiscus flower that you can make a tea with. It's really good for pressure, high blood pressure and those types of things. So I love the hibiscus tea. It's a reddish tea, and it's really good. It is really good. So, like I was saying, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget that that Mount Lebanon, we have the virtual health ministry, which provides services to those that are in need. So if you find yourself in need, if you need help with housing or food or rental assistance or helping with utilities, saying if you need medical help, if you need a doctor and you don't have one, if you need health insurance, or if you need a counselor or someone to talk to, we can help connect you with those services through our virtual health ministry. You can call me, Rev Bev, throughout the day at 202-765-1435. It'll be on my Facebook page if you can't remember that number. And if you find yourself needing help or know someone needs help, feel free to give me a call and we can get you some help. If you need any type of life coaching, I'm here. I'm a life coach as well. So just hit me up, call me, inbox me, or whatever. I'm here to serve. That is my mission, and my passion is to serve the people of God and to heal a hurting generation. So we thank you. I thank you so much for being with me today, even though I was solo. And be on the lookout. We're going to be covering a whole lot of other different topics. Next month coming up, we'll probably be going to touch on a little bit of domestic violence and talk with some cancer survivors. And we're going to be talking about Black love and, all kinds of things, saying we're going to start really having some real conversations with some real people, because that's what Healing Conversation is. Healing Conversations is real talk with real people. So thank you guys for listening tonight. We always love hearing from you. We always love seeing you. We always like your likes and your thumbs up. So give us some likes, give us some thumbs up, share this on your Facebook page, watch it later, pay it back if you need to. Remember some of the things that we talked about today. And, we're so glad that you were here today. And we want you to always remember that your energy is your own medicine. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And God bless you guys and have a great night.